Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 12 on partial derivatives. In this lecture we will discuss some examples on second case of chain rules. From the last 2 or 3 lectures we are discussing this type of examples. So we start with example number 1. Suppose z is tan inverse x by y, where x is u cos v, y is u sin v. That is, z is a function of x and y, and x and y are functions of u and v, given by x equal to u cos v, y equal to u sin v. So because x and y are functions of u and v, and z is a function of u and v, z is also a function of u and v. So directly z is function of x and y, and indirectly it is function of u and v. So we can say that z is composite function of u and v. So here we are asked to find out partial derivatives of z with respect to u and v at the point u equal to 1.3, v equal to pi by 6. So we find out partial derivative of z with respect to u, and as we know we have to apply chain rule. So partial derivative of z with respect to u is, first we differentiate z with respect to x and y, del z by del x, del z by del y, and because here we require derivative with respect to u, we multiply with partial derivatives of x and y with respect to u. Now we are given all these values. Z is tan inverse x by y, so del z by del x is, derivative of tan inverse is 1 over 1 plus x square. Instead of x we have x by y, so it is square of x by y, that is 1 plus x square by y square, into partial derivative of x by y with respect to x. So 1 upon y is constant and derivative of x is 1. X is equal to u cos v, so derivative of x with respect to u is, cos v is constant, derivative of u is 1, plus del z by del u, that is derivative of z with respect to y. So first we differentiate function tan inverse, it is 1 over 1 plus x square, instead of x we have x by y, into partial derivative of x by y with respect to y. So here x is constant, derivative of 1 by y is minus 1 by y square, so here we put minus x divided by y square. In the product we have to write partial derivative of y with respect to u. Y is u sin v, so sin v becomes constant, derivative of u is 1. So we simplify all these things and let's see what we get. So therefore del z by del u equal to, this we can rewrite as, here if we take LCM, then LCM is y square, and we will have y square divided by x square plus y square. So this y square will come in the numerator and 1y will cancel out with this y. So here we write y and into cos v. Here we take negative sign outside. Same thing here, LCM is x square plus y square. This y square will come in the numerator, that will cancel out with this y square, and we have x into sin v. And this we can rewrite as y into cos v minus x into sin v divided by x square plus y square. Now we are asked to find out value of del z by del u at 1.3 and pi by 6. So before this we can simplify this by putting values of x and y. So x is u cos v and y is u sin v. So we put x equal to u cos v. So we have u square cos square v. Y is u sin v. So here we have u square sin square v. Y is u sin v. So this is u sin v into cos v. And x is u cos v. So this is u cos v into sin v. So therefore we can see that there is 0 in the numerator. These two will cancel each other. So we have 0 divided by, here we can take u square common. So we have cos square v plus sin square v. That is 0 divided by u square, which is 0. So this means partial derivative of z with respect to u is 0 at any point u, at any point ub. It becomes constant function. So therefore del z by del u at u equal to 1.3, v equal to pi by 6 is also 0, which we are asked to find out. Similarly, we calculate partial derivative of z with respect to v, again by chain rule. By chain rule, partial derivative of z with respect to v equal to, first we write down partial derivatives of z with respect to x and y, and here we require derivative with respect to v. So in the product we have to write partial derivatives of x and y with respect to v. We should take care of this. So again we put values of derivatives. Del z by del x is 1 over 1 plus x square by y square into derivative of x by y with respect to x, which is 1 by y, del x by del v. So x is u cos v. So u constant and derivative of cos v is minus sin v, plus del z by del y is 1 over 1 plus x square by y square into derivative of x by y with respect to y, which is minus x by y square, and derivative of y with respect to v. Y is u sin v. So u as it is, and derivative of sin v is cos v. And we simplify all these things. So this here we can take negative sign outside. Here we will have x square plus y square. This y square will come in the numerator. So 1y will cancel out, and here we have y into u sin v minus, same thing here, this we can write as x square plus y square. Y square will cancel out with this y square, and here we have minus x into u cos v. So therefore del z by del v becomes, we can take this negative sign common, and denominator is x square plus y square. Here we have y into u sin v plus x into u cos v. Now we substitute values of x and y. X is u cos v, so we have u square cos square v plus v square sin square v. Okay, y is u sin v, so we have u square sin square v. Here we put y equal to u sin v, so we have u sin v whole square it is going to be square of u sin v plus x is u cos v. So here we have square of u cos v. So this we can rewrite as, here if we simplify this, it is u square sin square v plus u square cos square v, and here also we have u square cos square v plus u square sin square v. So this will cancel out and we have minus 1. So this means partial derivative of z with respect to v at any point uv is minus 1. So therefore partial derivative of z with respect to v at given point 1.3 pi by 6 is also minus 1. So in this way chain rule is very helpful to evaluate this type of partial derivatives, but we should do enough practice so that we can find out this type of partial derivatives easily. So we consider one more example. It is given that z is function of x and y are functions of u and v, and we have to show that difference of partial derivatives of z with respect to u and v equal to x times partial derivative of z with respect to x minus y times partial derivative of z with respect to y. So here also z is directly function of x and y are functions of u and v. So to find out partial derivatives of z with respect to u and v, we have to use chain rule. So by chain rule, partial derivative of z with respect to u is nothing but, first we differentiate z with respect to u and with respect to x and y, because z is directly function of x and y, and in the product we differentiate x and y with respect to u. So here del y by del u. Now z is arbitrary function of x and y, so we will keep these two as it is, del z by del x and del z by del y as it is. X is e raised to u plus e raised to minus v, so del x by del u will be e raised to u. So del z by del u, del x by del u is e raised to u and del z by del x as it is. Del y by del u is e raised to minus u into minus 1 minus 0, so it is minus e raised to minus u. So we put del y by del u as minus e raised to minus u and del z by del y as it is. And here we require x times del z by del x, so therefore we multiply. No, we keep this as it is and we give this number 1. We are not multiplying del z by del x with x. First we calculate del z by del v and we will take difference of these two and we will see what we are getting. So similarly by chain rule we can find out partial derivative of z with respect to v. So by chain rule, first we differentiate x and y, z with respect to x and y, and in the product we write partial derivatives of x and y with respect to v. So therefore partial derivative of z with respect to v, we find out del x by del v. Here e raised to u plus e raised to minus v, so del x by del v is 0 minus e raised to minus v. So first we write minus e raised to minus v and we keep del z by del x as it is. Del y by del v is minus e raised to v. So here we have minus e raised to v del z by del y. So we give this number 2, and because we require difference of these two, we consider subtraction of equation 2 from 1. So taking 1 minus 2, we get left hand side is del z by del u minus del z by del v. Right hand side is e raised to u del z by del x minus of this term. So minus minus will be plus, and we will have e raised to u del z by del x plus e raised to minus v del z by del x. So del z by del x is common, and we have e raised to u plus e raised to minus v del z by del x. Similarly, here we have minus e raised to minus u del z by del y, and we are subtracting this from this term. So we will have plus sign here. So it will be minus e raised to minus u plus e raised to v into del z by del y, minus e raised to minus u plus e raised to v times del z by del y. Let me check again. Here we have minus e raised to minus u and plus e raised to v del z by del y. So this we can rewrite as e raised to u plus e raised to minus v del z by del x, and here we take negative sign outside, so we have e raised to minus u minus e raised to v del z by del y. And if you observe, these two are nothing but functions x and y. X is given by e raised to u plus e raised to minus v, and y is e raised to minus u minus v. So we put values of x and y here, and we obtain x into del z by del x minus y into del z by del y. So this is what we are asked to prove. Partial derivative of z with respect to u minus partial derivative of z with respect to y is x times del z by del x minus y times del z by del y. So we consider one more example. It is given that g is a function of s square minus t square comma t square minus s square, and f is differentiable so that g satisfies the equation t into del z by del s plus s into del z by del g by del t equal to 0. So here we have partial derivatives of g with respect to s and t, and g is function of s square minus t square and t square minus s square. So we have to first assume that this s square minus t square equal to some another variable, say x, and t square minus s square equal to some another variable, say y, so that g becomes function of x and y, and x and y are functions of s and t. X is a function of s and t, y is a function of s and t. So g is directly function of x and y, and because x and y are functions of s and t, g depends on s and t also. So that means g is composite function of s and t. So we can talk about partial derivatives of g with respect to s and t using chain rule. So first we write down the formula for del g by del s. G is directly function of x and y. So first we differentiate g with respect to x and y, and in the product we write down partial derivatives of x and y with respect to s. So here del y by del s, and we put values of del x by del s and del y by del s. G is arbitrary function of x and y, so we keep these two as it is. x is s square minus t square, so del x by del s is 2s. So we have 2s times del g by del x. Del y by del s is 0 minus 2s. So here we have minus 2s times del g by del y. And here we require t into del g by del s. So we multiply with t. Therefore t times del g by del s equal to 2st del g by del x minus 2st del g by del y, and we give this number 1. Similarly, we find out del g by del t. So we write down the formula for del g by del t using chain rule. Del g by del t is g is function of x and y. So here first we write down partial derivatives of g with respect to x and y, and in the product we write down partial derivatives of x and y with respect to t. Then we put values of del x by del t and del y by del t. So x is s square minus t square, so del x by del t is minus 2 times t. So here we have minus 2t del g by del x. Y is t square minus s square, so del y by del t is 2t. So here we have plus 2t del g by del y, and here we require multiplication of del g by del t with s. So therefore s times del g by del t equal to minus 2st del g by del x plus 2st del g by del y, and we give them this number 2. So now we add equations 1 and 2. So left hand side of equation 1 is t into del g by del s. Left hand side of equation 2 is s into del g by del t. So adding 1 and 2, we have t into del g by del s plus s into del g by del t. So here we have 2st del g by del x, that will cancel out with this 2st del g by del x, and similarly here we have 2st del g by del y, that will cancel out with this minus 2st del g by del y. So we can see we obtained 0 on the right hand side, which we are asked to prove. So we are able to prove that this is nothing but 0. So this is all about examples on chain rule for partial derivatives. They can ask you in this type of examples by considering different variables. We see that sometimes we are given f as a function of x and y directly, and x and y is function of t and s. Sometimes we are given f as a function of s and t directly, and s and t are indirectly functions of some another variables. So depending on the nature of given functions, we have to write appropriate chain rule. So we will be careful about writing the formula for chain rule. We will concentrate that given function is directly function of which variables, and indirectly it is function of which variables. So I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.